Well, hello and good evening. My name's Esther and I'm going to be doing some card making tonight using stamps, but just doing something a bit different rather than just a folded piece of paper. I'm going to show you how to do a split diagonal fold card, I think they call it. So yeah, stay around for some fun. I'll be using stamps and ink and punches and all sorts to make this card, so I hope you enjoy what I've got tonight. If there's enough time, I'm going to make two versions of the card but in a different colourway, and then on a Tuesday tends to be my social media day where I hop over onto YouTube afterwards and do a live over there as well, so by all means follow me across over to YouTube. Welcome, great to have your company. I'm just going to show you something I made earlier in case you want to watch that. That was over on YouTube earlier today, and it was doing another technique using embossing and paste and powder, which was really fun. So I'm going to turn you around, show you that, and then get stuck into our project for tonight. Okay, bear with me while I do the turn. I was trying to put my oh, the shadows, that's just not happening, is it? Let's try. I'll put my lamp back and let's just see if that helps. That's a bit better, isn't it? Way crash. Why do I always have disasters at the beginning of my videos? If you learnt by now, just skip the beginning bit. Great to see you all. Hi Deborah, Laurie, Jen, Cassie. Lovely to see you. Hi Cindy. Okay, so if you are interested in how to do this technique, she says, showing my arms. I did this today over on YouTube. Lots of fun. I did these two different colourways. And here's one I made earlier. Hi there, Tina. Hi, Sheila. So you can head over onto my YouTube channel to see those. Hi, Debbie. There we go. Right, but that's not what we're doing now. Today, you might have seen a sneak peek as to what we're doing. And this is my box of goodies. There are a few stamp sets that are what's called retiring. So, oh, it's got reflection on that now. So basically it means that a new catalogue is coming out with Stampin' Up, which means to make room for new products, older products or some products have to go. So I'm going to try and showcase some of those things and some of the colours. So these matchy match. This is a fantastic punch. You don't have to be fussy cutting leaves out, it does it for you. And this matches the leaves in this set, and this is called Painted Harvest. If you love sunflowers, there is a lovely new stamp set coming in June, which has sunflowers. And I'm picked out some interesting colours, which I wouldn't normally go for, but Call Me Clover and Lovely Lipstick are colours that are retiring as well. They've been around for 2 years and they are saying bye-bye come June. So do get your hands on these things if you want them. You can shop at my shop at stampinstarcreations.co.uk. Now that the blurb is done, let's get started. I've not made one of these cards, full disclaimer, before. So now I had this all organised. I've got a piece of scrap card here. So this measures an A6 size. So I know that in America it's different, and Australia it's the same as us. So just follow whatever your quarter size card would be. So I'm using thick whisper. So I think it just gives it a more sturdiness, if that's the word. Okay. So I'm not measuring anything. I've seen a few videos of this done and some people didn't measure it, and I was like, that's just so much easier. So we're going in at an angle. Now, a few of you suggested this when I did a Ask the Audience a few weeks ago. So I'm putting my card into my trimmer at a diagonal angle. And now the phone is, I'm waving around too much, the phone is not focusing. And what the idea is to have an angle like that, so thinner at the top and then coming out wider at the base. Okay, so I don't know, we're not measuring, Esther, just cut it. As we go, ooh. You need to hold on to your pieces, okay? So thinner at top, wider at base. So you've got this kind of tie shape, like a gentleman's tie shape. Here we go. Span out a bit, please, Sheila says. Can you see now? I think that the comments are delayed, so I've probably done it already. So if you want to, you can use this as a template, but you don't have to, but you might want to. So what's going to happen is we're going to stamp this section here. So like I said, if you want, you can use this as a template. And then we're going to cover these, the top and the bottom piece, with these two pieces of card. Okay, so as we've got this piece, I'm going to just lightly, do you know what, I don't know where my rubber is, so my eraser, I might be a bit stuck, but anyway, let's just do a faint pencil mark so we know roughly where we're stamping. You can't see it, but it doesn't matter. I've already mounted up my stamps. Now with this stamp set, if you have it, I found the best way of doing it is you've got two sunflower images, your smaller inner sunflower you want darker. Look how well loved these are. Don't worry about the fact they're bright pink. They start off clear and then inking over time just makes them this colour, but that's okay, it means they're good quality photopolymer. So starting off with the darker colour with the inner and the lighter colour with the outer. So darker colour I'm using Lovely Lipstick, outer colour I'm using Rococo Rose. And then the inside dotty bit I'm going to use Melon Mambo to just group those pinks together. Then with the inner bit of the leaf using Call Me Clover, and then for the skeleton bit I'll be using Pretty Peacock. So let's get stamping. Lovely Lipstick first. So this stamp set doesn't match up like for like with I'm just trying to look for a scrap piece of paper, can't find one, with the other one, so don't panic if it's not matching, and you'll see what I mean in a minute. Am I using the right one? Start with the outside first, I think. Am I still too, Sheila, am I still too far in? Whoops, go back, go back. I'm not sure if that was a new comment or not. So I'm stamping this on top, and you'll see that the middle doesn't quite match, but it's supposed to be like that, believe it or not. Now, I can't actually get many sunflowers in here. I thought I might be able to get more. But these are rather large, and I want to have room for the leaves to go on. I'm pretty close, am I? Really go much further out, or else I can't see the comments. Okay, let's do the inside. So the insides are darker. Putting the two together just brings it to life and makes it look so realistic, like a real sunflower. So I don't think we're going to be needing those again, so I'm just going to shut those. And then going in with the Melon Mambo. Welcome, Nancy, good to see you. Hi Debbie, hi Anne-Marie. Okay, and then if you kind of feel that you've got that gap around it, you can still kind of go around a bit more with whatever ink is left on your stamp. Okay, so you just do that motion like little circles. Tap, 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 tap. I know, it is a gorgeous stamp set, and it's one that hasn't been touched for a little while on my shelf, I must admit. But for the sake of the fact it's going, I thought I'm going to use it. So I want to try and avoid too much of the stem, just because that's the look I'm going to go for. And these are almost like the first kind of distinctive stamps, because you've got this lovely, within that stamp, you've got this really cool 3D effect that's going on. So let's, a few more leaves. Oh, I went a bit off there, but never mind. Never mind. And then we're going in with this gorgeous colour. It's Pretty Peacock. It's the Corona effect, says Cindy. So these fit on top. This is going to be interesting, of these. And it's a little bit tricky to line it up because can't see. I'm trying to look over my phone as well, which doesn't help. But it doesn't matter. I'm just going for a rough look. Chattanooga. Hey Trish, welcome. All the way in Chattanooga. What a cool name. Hey, you've got 2 Anne-Maries on tonight. Hey, look, I didn't even concentrate on that. I got that one spot on. Maybe I should just not concentrate and just... Hey, look, I did it again. Is that fluke or what? I don't know. Right, I'm wondering whether just to do some in the corner. I might just do one in the corner, just in case. It was spot on, wasn't it? Just try less harder, Esther. It works. Not all the time, but this time it did. See? Oh dear. Okie doke. And then somewhere around here, here's some I made earlier. So I'm going to go in and punch these out. So when you use the paper punch, you want to turn it around so you can see where you're punching. Really handy tip. Going to punch this out, and you'll love me because to save you now a sunflower, here's one I made earlier. Ta-da! With the same colours. So we'll put those there, and we'll just come back to our other cut pieces of card, which are here. Now when you do this, try not to muddle them around because you need them to be in the order. So this is going to sit on top of here, so you get a glimpse of what's inside peeking through. Now if I wanted to, I guess I could cut away some more. It wouldn't hurt, would it? I might do that. I wonder if I can. Yeah, why not? I don't think it will make any difference to what I am going to do. I am going to line it up a bit and cut some more. So it's up to you how big a cut you do, and because my stamps are rather large, I am going to cut away some more. And like I said, that's the great thing about not having to measure this. You just cut it where you want it, but you cut it at an angle. Then the next thing we're going to do, you might think, oh, that's a bit much now. I'm going to line it with some of this pretty matching lovely lipstick card here. I wonder if I can fit 2 on. Yes, I can. Right. Okay, so what we do, because we want a nice edge to this, so I'm going to just, don't look at the back. It's some printing that went wrong for me. But nobody's going to see that side, so it's okay. And I'm just going to guesstimate it a little bit. So I want a nice pretty pink border there. Welcome Jackie and Yvonne, lovely to see you. And then we're going to go in with this side over here. Now I'm not going to do it the other way around or else I'm going to get really confused. Again, not measuring, just eyeballing it to see where it's going to go. I'm wondering if I need to move over a bit. I wonder if it's too late for that piece. Oh well, we're going to carry on. Like I said, I've never done this before, so you've got to cut me some slack. Now, I think that was the bottom and that was the top. So I'm just going to use my scissors to follow along the card. Hi Steph, hi Mazjenka. Hi Carol. I did warn YouTube that I'm not going to be on till past because sometimes I end up rushing my Facebook Lives and I don't like rushing it. Okay. Let's bring back our card. There we go. And then now that's all left. Now that's all is left to do. I can't speak. I'm going to trim this down a bit because it's a little bit longer. Hey there, Janice. I've been thinking about you today. I hope you are well in the circumstances. Right, let's get this trimmed down a little bit. It just caught. Where was I? Okay, in order to stick this down, I'm going to lift these up to make them nice and 3D-y. Look, Kay, this is the one that you suggested, I think. I'm just going to rip these off. It's a bit easier. I'm trying to look for some... Aha, there you are. Hey, Linda. Good to see you. Hey, Ruth. Whoops. Got sticking issues. Okay. To the corner of our card, like so. And same with the top half as well. I suppose you could stamp the top, but the whole idea of it is that it's... I do love the edging of my dimensionals, just saying. Ruth has come on as me again. Ruth's sending kisses. Oh dear. It's because Ruth's an admin, which is quite handy actually, because like if I say something, she can type it in. But it also means, you know, use and abuse and all that. She can just type what she wants. But you know what? She better be careful because I'm admin for her page as well. So sometimes I go to like something that Ruth's done and it likes it as herself. I'm like, oh no, that's going to look really odd. So, okay, it's a little bit wide apart, but you get the idea. I might push it up into the corner. That's better. So pretty. Oh, I like this. I should try this again sometime. When we meet again as a class, maybe we'll do this, ladies. Wow, there's my other sister. Wow, we've got all the sisters in the house. Everybody say hello to Helen. Nice to see you, Helen. Helen's not usually in the country, are you? But because you're here, you get decent internet to be able to join us. This is fun, Kay. I do like it. Right, I'm going to have another go with another colour. Oh, look, everyone's saying hello to you. It's the sister that we talk about, but nobody ever sees. It's a bit like Columbo and his wife. We hear about her, but you never see her. Oops, getting in a bit of a gluey mess. Look, Helen, look at all the love. Right, if I just stick those across... Oh no, I need a dimensional on the back. Don't look at side B, it's a bit scruffy. Did I stamp my background? I did. What, this? Pamela, yes. You'll have to go back and watch how I did that afterwards. Not now, but later. The colours are lovely lipstick, which we say goodbye to in June. Oh, I know, what am I doing? I'm not gluing all of it. I don't need to glue all of it. I'll show you in a minute. I need to concentrate. There we go. Cool, so fun. What have we been saying about Helen? That's okay, doesn't matter you came on late. Better late than never, they say. Exactly, we just refer to you as the other sister. We say that you're not a stamper, but you do craft and you do cook. So here's the colours. So I've used a lovely lipstick for the smaller sunflower, Rococo Rose, then Melon Mambo for the dot, Peacock. So who's up for another one? I'm going to move these stamps off and then make room for card 2. I like this technique. This is fun. Hello. She knows that we get up to mischief. Well, she knows that we get up to mischief anyway. Without her, let alone okay. Another stamp that we say goodbye to is First Frost. I was a bit late to the party with First Frost. I do wish now that I bought it earlier, so don't make that mistake. If you see stamp sets, buy them early. Okay, using First Frost. Oh, I've got a little reminder in my pot. This says to give a shout out to Freya and Immy. So Freya and Immy, if you've got this far in my video, there are 2 lovely girls that I know have been making cards from my card kits and have been really enjoying them. So thank you so much, Freya and Immy, and I hope you watch this video because this is a special shout out just for you, Freya and Immy. And I'll make sure that you get the message. I'll send your mums the link so that they can see. Okay, I'm glad I did that because I've been meaning to do that for weeks. So, right. Pineapple Punch, another one going in June. So I decided to do that. We've got Soft Sea Foam and Grey Granite. And we're going to go again with cutting our diagonal. I'm not going to be too, I think I'll do what I did last time and not have it too massive initially. Oh, look, Helen, yes, Helen, I did mention a tie. Helen says, I can imagine if you make the background more angular, narrow at the top, it would look like a tie and you can make it into a man's card. She's been very resourceful. Indeed, Helen. And we've got Father's Day coming up in June. Yeah, it does look like a tie shape. There we go, we could do something with that, couldn't we? Right. So those are my shapes. This is my card. So I'm not going to measure it. Oh, should I measure it? It just does help to have a bit of a guideline, I must admit. I have to go out and have to rub the pencil mark off the other one. Okay. So let's get stamping. Okay, let's focus on. Do you see that? I don't know which one to choose first. I'm going. This bright yellow might be a little bit tricky to show up. Oh no, I can see it. So I'm hoping you can see what I can see. And it does need a bit of re-inking as well, I must admit. And I'm saving that smaller rose for the top half of the card. Then how's this going to work? Let's just do this. I'm going to use this really long leafy one here. Just a touch. Because I want to add some other bits in as well. Remember, you're not all going to see all that bit, so don't worry, I'm not gone completely loopy. Stamping all over my card. And then I love this one. I think this is my favourite from the set. Don't tell the others. But I do like this one. And I want to add a little bit of berries bursting. We used to have a colour called Berry Burst. Okay, quick and easy. How quick that was, really quick. I wasn't expecting it to be that quick. But that's okay, we're done. Put my stamps away. Okay, so now I know what I'm doing. I've gone for Pineapple Punch card. And then we're going to do the same again. Don't look at side B. Who will ever know it was there anyway, except you lot. Okay, might go. Oh, move over, darling. There we go. Hey Charlotte, great to see you. There's that one. Oh, I've smudged on there, never mind. There are ways and means of getting rid of smudges. The last stamp called Just Used. Gone silent for concentration purposes. First Frost, yes, First Frost. So this one comes in this set. First Frost with the roses, the leaves, and all these other ones here. It's pretty, isn't it, Helen? Oh, I'm liking this in a bright yellow. Maybe I should use my little trimmer because I might get a better... Will it fit in if I do that? No, I can't see what I'm doing. Let's just use good old-fashioned snips. There we go. Just feel your way along the edge of the Whisper White card. Chippity chop. I think I cut that first one wrong. I should have cut it at this angle, but there you go. You learn. You learn from your mistakes. Okay, that feels as if it could be a little bit wider as well, but I'm going to leave it as is. And again, you'll be pleased to know I've done all the hard work and cut out all my bits beforehand. So let's get sticking of these bits here. Oh, they all want to come out and party. I wasn't expecting you lot to do that. Let's go with it. I've cut my nails, so it's taking this backing off a little bit of a more difficult. So match up the edges, edge to edge. There we go. I'm going to bring in my tool to help me. Look, it's doing it again. They all want to join in. There you go. All right, happy now? Just going to look at that. Look how many they can pick up. That's so cool. Stab it in and just lift it up, and it. Cool. That's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 papers it just picked up. There we go. And now we get to arrange our flowers where we want them. So I suppose ideally you want to kind of... Now, the other thing you could do is maybe to cut out a shape and mount this on the shape. I did think about that. Let's have a look. I might just grab out the 2-inch circle punch. I know, party time. Party time, because it's easier to arrange it on a piece of card than try and fiddle faff around at the top there. So again, you could layer it up with some dimensionals, but because we've got dimension on there already, I'm going to leave it as it is. Just get an arrangement happening here. They look a little bit like fried eggs, don't they? So I've also cut some leaves from the other stamp in the set that I haven't actually used in the middle to cut out some of these here. So if you're going, where's those from? That's where they're from. Now the other end of this tool, you've got a sticky bit, so you can just like lift them up like this. Oh, and don't drop them. They're not for holding on to, but just for picking things up. I think I'm stuck to the... This is where I need my silicone mat. Okay, I'm liking this flower arrangement. Let's think about one down here. How am I doing on the old time? It's a good job I told YouTube I wasn't coming on till later, isn't it? There. What do we think? Oh, maybe... Or it's that kind of case that once you start, you can't stop. A case of that, you know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't have 6. Gotta have 7. Hey, Christine. Do you know what? I made a card inspired by you today. I can't show you because it was for a challenge. Christine, have you got a Facebook page? Okay. That's quite pretty on the circle. What do you guys think? Do you like it on the circle? Now, I'm sticking that there. So my trick here is if I'm figuring out where I need to stick it, I put my... If you put your fingers on either side and then flip it around, you know that it's this bit here. Does that make sense? So it just gives you a guide as to where to put your glue. I'll tuck that up in the corner there. I've got a bit of overhang here, but usually the envelopes are a little bit bigger, so it doesn't matter. So there we go. There's that one, and then there's that one. Look at the looks, they look completely different. I've often seen this card done with blues and yellows, and I was desperate to do blue and yellow. I was like, no, I will not do blue and yellow because everyone else has done that colour scheme. I want to do something else. So, yeah. There we go. What do we think, folks? Do you have a favourite? Which one would you prefer? Which would you go for? And I'm going to be heading to YouTube in 10 minutes. I've got a baby card that I need to make. So you can come and watch me make a baby card. I'm doing another fancy fold. The public have spoken and you like your fancy fold cards, so I will do you a fancy fold. So that's got quite a nice wide border to it. And this one's a bit more delicate. This one's for your mother-in-law type card. I don't know why, it just kind of reminds me of that sort of thing, isn't it? You know, something you give to your mother-in-law. I don't know what I'm talking about. You can also put a sentiment, but it's quite nice to not have the sentiment. You don't need it. Don't need the sentiment. I like it in the circle. It looks lovely and really love the colours. Yellow is my favourite. Ah, thank you, Cassie. But you love both cards. Oh, I think quite a lot of votes for the sunflower. Great stuff. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Thanks so much for your company. I can see people laughing. Well, who would you give that to? If that was for your mother-in-law, who's this for? Anyway, right, enough of that. Thank you so much for watching. Do follow me over onto YouTube now, or in 10 minutes, 7 minutes and counting. I'm going to be using, do you want to see? I'll show you what stamp sets we're using. Under My Umbrella Ella and Praiseworthy Prose. So, catch you in a few minutes, hopefully. Take care. Thank you so much for joining my channel. Do like my page while you're here. I'd really appreciate your support over on YouTube, especially because I'm trying to reach my next target. So if you haven't subscribed, I really appreciate it if you do that. Similar sort of thing to what I do on here, I do over on YouTube. Thanks again, everyone. Hopefully I'll see you very soon. If not, take care and God bless, and I'll catch up with you again next week, same time, same place. In fact, just disclaimer, I've got a meeting. I've probably got a Zoom meeting next week, but I hope to be back here on time for 8:30 as usual. So if I'm a bit late, you know why. All right, take care. Bye, everyone.